Hello, guys and gals, and welcome. Gonna play some Diablo today. We're gonna play some Diablo. We're gonna play some Diablo. We're gonna play some Diablo today. Who doesn't want to play some Diablo? Do you want to play some Diablo? I want to play some Diablo today. So we got some cool updates coming for Diablo 2 Resurrected. I don't know if you guys have actually seen any of the updates that are coming, but there's some pretty cool stuff, and I'm actually pretty excited about a lot of the stuff that's on the horizon. This is just like a mid patch. It's not even like a full patch. It's just like a mid patch. As far as I understand it, this is just like an in-betweener, so to speak. And yeah, I like I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm seeing what I'm liking. I liking what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing what I like. I liking what I'm seeing, and I go into my bike. Do 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 do. Dina bana poo. Yeah, you know how. Yo, 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 yo. On my way to the dungeon, so very deep. On my way through the dungeon, gonna make them pay their keep. I think most exciting so far is literally the addition of the kind of like massive Whirlwind changes. I know people have been trying to get Whirlwind to be updated for quite some time, and it looks like Whirlwind is finally getting updated, which is pretty cool. Hey, what's up, David? I see you're over on Facebook. I only recently started cross-streaming on Facebook. What's up, man? I figure why not? I'm streaming everywhere. I'll stream on Facebook, too. Multi platforms, my boys. Multi platforms. More platforms than a man can rightly shake a stick at. Back off with your shenanigans, sir. Shenanigans. Shenanigans. Oh yeah, I haven't seen Obi-Wan yet on Disney Plus. I'll have to take a break and watch that one day. I'm sure I'll love it. I'm sure I'll love it. Sit down, suckers. We ain't got time for none of your shenanigans. We ain't got time for none of your shenanigans. 30% faster road walk, 10% faster hit recovery, tiny bit of magic fun, no resistances though, which is sad. No resistances. We did, however, just get a Arm of King Leoric. Arm of King Leoric. Anybody need an Arm of King Leoric? I think one of my nephews is running like a freaking summon necro or something. Sure, it could come in handy here or there.
What do you need?
What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? Freaking Jamela, man. You gotta remember, Act 4 was the end game. So there was a certain point at which, you know, I was here for the the like pretty much my entire life. Like Act 4 was like my life. And Jamela was the one I was talking to all the time, and every single time you go and talk to her, she's just like, "What do you need? What do you need? What do you need?" And eventually it starts to grate on you. You're like, "I don't know, Jamela. Okay, I don't know. Why don't you tell me what I need? Okay, why don't you tell me? Because apparently I don't know what I need, but you know, you know." Next time you talk to her, she's just like, "What do you need?" Like, ah, kill you, Jamel. Oh, damn, Jesus. It's just like in Skyrim with freaking Lydia, where like you would give her something and she would always do that line. "I'm sworn to carry your burdens." You're like, "Don't say the line, Lydia. Don't say the line, Lydia." Oh, she said the line. Oh, God. That's when you Fusro Da Lydia off a cliff. Y'all think I'm joking. I'd line her right up on the cliff. Fusro Da! Just right off the cliff. Lydia just... Bye, Lydia. Sworn to carry your burdens. Ooh, there's an EXP shrine right there. I'm going to grab that before I kill Diablo. Don't let me forget the EXP shrine, because I need lots of EXP. I definitely do not want to die, because I would lose all my EXP. It's almost as if it's an abbreviation for something that's much more great. But probably not, because it's just EXP and I want it in my bar down at the bottom of the screen. Come on, play with me. At the bottom of the screen, it's my EXP bar, and I need lots for me. And oh my god, that hurt. Why are you so mean? Just pop in all them full rejuvenation potions, 'cause I don't wanna die at all. Popping all them full rejuvenation potions, 'cause I'd rather not fall down to the bottom of the ground. Give me all them full rejuvenation potions, gonna put them in my belt, you see. So I don't die when he attacks me, and it's so very, very mean. Very, very mean. They want per merc out of this. Why are you guys so rude? I swear they go straight for my merc sometimes. Like, straight for him. They're like, "Oh, you got a merc? Let me kill your merc. He looks tasty. I want to eat his legs." He's probably got some of them tasty hobbit legs. Tasty, tasty hobbit legs, yummy, yummy, yum. Killing Diablo, I poke him in the bum. He doesn't really like it, but that's okay, 'cause he's dead. That doesn't make me a necrophiliac in the head. Lavina's non-F4X, bunch of crap. Bunch of blues, Diablo. I don't know what you're thinking with your life. I don't know what you're thinking with your life, Babablo. I got an EXP shrine, though. I'm going to go use it. They got a new Beavis and Butthead movie? I have not seen the new Beavis and Butthead movie. What do you need? What do you need? Man, they're just spamming in my chat, aren't they? Dire Pants. Dire Pants has been ignored. Oh no, not the Dire Pants. He dropped me a he dropped me a blood letter. What's up, Champion Imp? They dropped me a whole tiara. Look at you, all sexy. It's a crappy tiara though. Do I give gear away? Not really. I like to primarily focus on people doing their own stuff. But we do swap meets on a regular basis for the kinship, and whenever I finish the swap meet, I usually open the swap meet up to anybody who wants to come and pick stuff up. There's usually some pretty choice equipment in there because our kinship has gotten pretty rich to the point where we're dropping items on the ground like Raven Frosts and Reaper's Tolls and all sorts of crazy stuff like that. We don't even care anymore. Like, we're just like, oh, I don't need this, and just drop it on the ground, and people in chat are like, I need that. I will eventually have to do a swap meet, by the way, this stream. So if you hang around for the swap meets, you're probably going to get some stuff. You need a potato level support next time you play Overwatch. I mean, I'm going to play Overwatch 2 beta tomorrow. So the Overwatch 2 beta is launches tomorrow on the 28th, and I'll probably be online playing the beta if you guys want to hop in with me. It's going to be kind of a busy week. Tomorrow is the Overwatch 2 beta. The 29th, although it looks like toward the end of 29th, not really in the beginning of the 29th, is going to be the new patch. So we're going to be able to go over the like the Necromancer, the new Whirlwind, the lobby changes, which I'll probably hop on my Nintendo Switch for that, by the way. So if any of you guys want to like play with me on the Nintendo Switch that day, I might actually be on the Nintendo Switch messing around with the new lobby changes. And then I also have a couple more episodes of The Quarry coming up, which I'm trying to get them edited and uploaded and de-copyright strikeified. Unfortunately, there were some issues with the streamer mode was like not correct. I don't really know how else to put it other than that. Like, they put a streamer mode in the game and you turned on the streamer mode and it was like full of copyrighted music, which really didn't really make things very easy. So I've got to remove the copyrighted music from the Quarry videos before I post them. It's going to take me a little bit of time. But once I get this last episode, I think it's chapter 2. I'm not even 100% sure which chapter I'm on. The rest of them, I'm just going to turn the music off for, so I don't have to deal with all the copyright strikes. Barbed club. Take the mana potions, please. What is that? Dark Clan Crusher. Oh, that's Flesh Render. That's that really nice little low-level druid one that never used to be any good until they changed the IS calculations. Now it's actually pretty sweet. Is it open beta? I don't know if it's open beta. I do know that you can apply for the beta. And I also know that if you spend some money on their shop, they give you like a guaranteed beta invite or something. I mean, that's up to you if you want to do like the guaranteed invite. But That's pretty much what I did. Decent defense on that, even though it's kind of garbage. Spectral shard for the lobies. For the little lobies. The little lobies. I get them little lobies. I get them little lobies. Come on down, little lobies, going down to town. Come on down, little lobies, come on down to town. This is the kind of stuff I save and I drop inside the I drop inside the swap games, by the way. Anything that I deem like moderately valuable that somebody might want to get their hands on, maybe for a low-level character or a mid-level character or anything, because I have no idea what stage of the game you guys are on, and I'm not going to judge you guys either if you're not like in-game level. That's not how I roll. I love playing low-level characters. Absolutely love it. I love it. I do. I want some more of it. I like them low-level characters, and I can't rise above it. The only reason I'm playing this guy is because I want to get to 99. It's gonna take me forever. Oh my god, forever. Bink, bink. I don't like you cursing me. It's rude. Where the hell did he spawn at? Dang, he spawned really far away, didn't he? Circle it. That could be interesting. +2 Amazon. Oh, wow. That's actually kind of nice. Let me stop for a second and actually read it. +2 Amazon, 10% faster run walk, 42 life, and all res 20. Wow. That's actually pretty sexy. Could be 20% faster run walk. I haven't been playing much this week, AB. I mean, there's also that. So let's not count the amount my EXP bar's gone up. There's been a whole bunch of other things going on I've had to take care of, and then I also played some other games I shouldn't have. So you know, it's not like I was doing only this. That's right, die. Die. Ooh. Wow, 100% hit causes monster to flee. A ring. A thresher. I mean, it has nice attack rating. It has really nice increased attack speed. It has +4 to mana after each kill, and 100% hit causes monster to flee. Why don't I feel like that could actually be useful on somebody? Let's check out the ring. 5% mana steal, 20 strength, 14 life, 5 mana, dual res. It's an interesting little ring. An ethereal mage plate. This is K. Hagen's. Very nice drop. Very, very nice drop, by the way. FK Hagen's is always worth hanging on to. Let's take a quick look at this Thresher. Oh, wow. Amp damage Thresher. With decent damage. What the hell is going on today? What the hezmana is going on? I mean, yeah, it's not the greatest in the world, but it's an amp damage item, Thresher. Which is kind of nice to have on a Merc if you want to spam amp damage. Amp damage, by the way, is superior to Decrepify, and if I had to choose between a really nice like amp damage Thresher and an amp damage like a Decrepify Reaper's Toll, I'd probably choose the amp damage Thresher. It just depends on what kind of character I am. What's up, Killer Bee? Finding all these good items on it, and you wonder why I do swap games. I'd be storing all this jank away. I'd be like, all right, I got this really good item. I got this really good item. I'll drop all this on the ground for you guys. And then you want something, pick it up. Go ahead, take it with you. I'm gonna do a couple more runs, and I'm probably gonna be full here soon, and I'm gonna probably start this swamp game. You know what? Let me hop into Discord and see if there's anybody online as well. Why not? It's like we got Deviant, Inertia, and Dr. Boomstick. What's up, guys?
What's up, Ginger?
I'm invading your voice channel.
Oh, you're fine.
Invasion. Which circlet's far from crab? I'm pretty sure I didn't say the circlet was bad. I just found a pretty sexy circlet. It's kind of nuts, actually.
What's on it?
+2 Amazon, 10% faster run walk, 42 life, all res 20.
That's beautiful. The all res 20 is a very, very nice kicker.
Oh, yeah. It's nice. Throw a socket in that, put something good in there, like maybe a IAS jewel or something. You're set. Has some fire damage on it too. A pretty decent amount of fire damage. Even though it's, you know, just extra fire damage. So did you guys see the patch notes? They overhauled Whirlwind.
Yeah, looks like some nice patch notes regarding the lobby.
Oh yeah. Even PC lobby got some nice updates. The 20 to 40. So instead of just showing 20 games, it shows 40 games now. It's pretty sweet.
That is pretty sweet.
Also, apparently there was some kind of bug where it wasn't showing all the games, so they like expanded the search parameters so it actually shows all the games now.
So they've between the fixed bug and the doubling, it's gonna feel like more than doubling
Hopefully.
potentially. Huh, that sounds nice.
Oh, a coronet. Aw, no good on the coronets. Leave the merc alone. Stone first, the Leopold punk. I swear they'd be chasing my merc down. Like, I turn around for a half a second, and they're just, like, running after my merc like a cartoon. Well, I mean, you heard them during the, actually, they didn't say it during that. There was a video I put out recently. It was kind of like a behind the scenes with Rob Gallerani. And he basically said that they didn't expect PC players to be on the consoles. That's basically what they said. They were like, the PC players wanted the keyboard support and everything on the consoles, and it like blew our minds, and we had no clue that was even a thing. It's a pretty low roll on
I don't
that.
feel like keyboard support would be difficult. I have no idea.
My thing is why take it away? Like, they could have just simply added their additional, whatever they were trying to do, they could have added it as an additional. And if people preferred that over the original way, then they preferred that. But, like, there was no reason to take away what was already there. Like, that's what really kind of blew my wig back. I'm like, well, why take it away? I don't know. It looks like they've done a pretty good job, though, because the console version even has a new feature that we didn't have, which is the ability to search through games based on the title. And now we have that as well, but, like, it was not a feature. That was not a feature that we had access to prior. Mm. Mm. If you want Jin's clip video, how good 1 million for D Mortal, please donate. Who we donating to? Me? I'll take a donation. You should have heard me during during the video. I was like $100,000 is a lot of money. I was like, if you got $100,000 to waste, I'm like, please donate. Just give it to a worthy cause. I will put it to good use.
In the United States, that's enough to be mortgage free, depending where you pick.
I mean, depending
mortgage free.
Depending on your income, like having of that amount of money sitting in like a bank account somewhere could potentially like basically make you self-independent to the point where you wouldn't even really have to work.
It's also possible to make a profit off of that money and just watch it grow without it going down too.
Like it depends on what you have like as a side hustle, I guess would be the term. You get them side hustles.
Yeah, if you had a side hustle, you could put that money away and just watch it accrue interest of some kind.
I mean, even if you did have to dip into it a little bit, like as long as you were covering most of your costs, you could literally stretch that out for a very long period of time.
You can dip into it all you want within reason. Emphasis on within reason. If you're spending $30,000 a month on Diablo Immortal, you are not reasonable. Just to clarify my term.
Uh-oh, multi-shot Lord Daces. Ouchie, ouchies. When he shoots 3 bone spirits at you, it hurts, okay? It hurts. Them janks does not feel good. It does not feel good. So I'm kind of excited for the Magic Find weekend. Not that I really think that 50% Magic Find is like a super huge deal or anything. I mean, it's for your average player, it's going to be a big deal. Let me put it that way. But I'm excited because it's the initiation of the first, basically, in-game event, and I think that this is the start of a new era of in-game events. We might actually see more in-game events from this point. Maybe we'll even see like them turn the cows into pumpkins for Halloween or something stupid. Or
Please give me pumpkin cows.
I would totally like some pumpkin cows. I want to see comments in chat for the pumpkin cows. Okay, we need Blizzards to know that we really want pumpkin cows. Okay, so I want all of you guys to show your support for the pumpkin cows. This is important. If you've ever done anything worthwhile in your life, today is the day. Today is the day to make your life matter. Get the pumpkin cows out there. Tweet your local senator. To the battlements, I say. It's not too late, okay? We could totally have pumpkin cows, all right? Totally, we could have pumpkin cows by Halloween. It's pretty far away, you know. Obviously, we're not in July yet. We're only just barely ending June, so we got July, June, July, August, September, October. So we got like 4 months for them to make some pumpkin cows, all right? They've got time. They've got time. What's up, JDN? I mean, the cow level represents a perfect kind of silliness too, in my opinion. So, if you think about it from a certain perspective, yes, Diablo is a very kind of serious game. We're slaying demons. There's blood and guts and horrible dead people all over the place. But the one place that is not super serious is the cow level. The cow level is that one place that you could be a little creative with, so to speak. And I don't think anybody is really gonna be mad if they turn the cows into pumpkins or something, or like for Christmas turn the cows into like snowmen. Maybe even record some new sound effects. Like I don't even know. Like go outside and throw snowballs at each other's faces, and that's the sound effects for the snowmen. Just like snow hitting flesh.
Bloody snowballs. They do that kind of stuff in Diablo 3, so I don't see why they couldn't do it in Diablo 2, Resurrected.
They should. Yeah, a lot of good ideas recently. Like, they need to implement an extras like menu system for Diablo 2. Like the way that Rob Gallerani in the behind the scenes talks about all the cool stuff that he discovered, like he could totally do like a whole extras like thing for Diablo 2, and I guarantee you people would freaking love going through it. Like extra like 3D models from like back in the day, like maybe sprites that we could look at, all sorts of cool stuff. He's got like all these stories about how like things were developed and like original scans of books that the like the 3D model was made off of, and I don't know, it just sounds so cool when he talks about it. He's got like, he probably has like a little Diablo 2 museum set up somewhere. And I would totally go. Next thing you see is a video of me like at the museum, like, hello guys and gals, today we're at the Diablo 2 Resurrected Museum. Over here is the original pencil used to draw on Lord Decease's butt. All right, boys. A set ring. Which one is it? Which set ring is it?
Ring, Manald.
Cathin,
Oh, wait,
Cathins or Angelics? Let's see which one of you can guess correctly. I'll wait until after I kill Diablo. Suspense, boys. Suspense.
It's a jackal.
Suspense. Did I miss a seal? I must have missed a seal. Oh, reading rainbow. I can't pop any seal. Because Diablo, he don't you know, will come out and he'll eat your face. And the winner is Angelic. Oh, okay. Alright. It's not a Cathins. Eyes and Hearts, Crappy. What are you? Meh. Beep. Ugh. Look at all these icons in here. Everybody's putting their icons up. I recognize some of you guys' names, but you guys didn't have icons before. Now you got little icons. JDN has what looks like a Superman logo. Not sure what DV Hunters is. It kind of looks like barbed wire or something. So Overwatch 2 beta tomorrow. And then really late on the 29th is the patch.
No invite for that. Did you?
I paid for the guaranteed access.
Yeah, that's cool. Lucky.
I mean,
Oh, you bought Overwatch day one? Screw you. Oh, you just bought Overwatch just now? Come on in.
honestly, I think I already had Overwatch, so I don't even really think I don't really understand what exactly I purchased, except for the ability to play the beta. Basically, it's pretty much.
You're good.
That's pretty much the only thing I did. I was like, you know what? Let's play the beta. But hey, I get to write off all game expenses on my taxes, so come on.
I do like that.
I'm like, oh, you made a video on Tuttle Goes to Space? All right, well, you can write that off on your taxes. Let's go. The real reason why you see me make videos on random games that are not very fun. Like, why did he make a video on that? You didn't write it off on my taxes, boys. Eh. Bow, 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 bow. Greater talents. What's up, Lord? I mean, Venom of Souls. I mean, Infector of Poop. Oh. Bunch of junk. Junk, 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 junk. How do you up your gold wrap? It's Shale Towel Perfect Diamond, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it is. Oh, hello there, little champion pack of the gods. I'm on number 11. Gut ball. I thought I got a gold wrap for a second there. Somebody talked about one and I was like, man, that thing popped right out. It was not. Back off my merc. What's up, Ryan? It's going pretty good. Just having some fun today. Wow, that's actually really very good for level 18. Like, I was looking at it and I was like, that's not a good ring, but then I was like, I saw the level 18 requirement and I was like, that's actually pretty kind of good. It's level 18 ring with plus 10 energy, plus 36 mana, damage reduced by 2, 89 attack rating, and plus 3 minimum damage. Ah, you saw my patch notes video, eh? As planned. By the way, if any of you guys missed the patch notes video, I do have a link to it. Give me just a second, I'll shoot it to you. Or you can pull it up on my page. I mean, I'm sure you'll see it. Yeah, bink. Bing, there you go. If any of you guys want to catch up on the patch notes, maybe you didn't see it. Maiden Spear. I see a chunks in here. Who is this chunks? So I'm pretty excited about the stupidest change in the patch notes. The ability to open up your Herodric Cube. So they're going to have it so that you can bind the Herodric Cube to a button. So that instead of going I and then right-clicking on the Herodric Cube, you can literally just, I guess, go like H. And like H would bring up the Herodric Cube and probably also your inventory at the same time. I mean, I would assume it would be both, not just like either or. Oh, you're in the throne. Bink. I shall come join you in the throne. Ow. So the Thundermaul very well could be a very good choice for a Whirlwind Barbarian. It's one of the highest damage items in the game. And if what they're saying is true about the slow weapons having an advantage now under the new calculations, I would definitely assume that an Thundermaul Breath of the Dying would be a good choice. Hey, an Alibaba. A blade very. Here's a blade of very. I'm stupid, guys. Don't worry about it. Just, you know, just roll with the stupidity. Roll with it. I'm gonna put this thing in. We're running out of room. Roll with the punches. I was showing my dad one of my videos for Father's Day. I was over there for Father's Day. And I was making some stupid noise. I don't know what it was at the time. Like, I could probably pull it back up. But he's laughing, and he's like, you know that comes from me, right? I'm like, what? And he's like, those stupid noises. He goes, I do those all the time. He goes, watch. And he starts doing one of his stupid noises. It's the truth. I mean, one time when I was working with my cousin Andy, he literally turned to me and he was like, you know, you're like a mini Edward, you know that, right? I was like, you're literally just like your dad. Like exactly. Like, I feel like I'm sitting next to your dad. I was like, huh. I don't know. Take that full Jubido. Shum, yum, 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 yum. Look here, evil infector of souls. Oh, there he is. Oh, God. Oh, I got your number. Give me a second. There we go. Everything got so dark. I just find a what is that? A spirit keeper? I have never seen or found this item before in my life. Pretty sure I don't have a video on it either. What a weird item. 23% cold absorption, 10 lightning absorption, 38% fire resistance, plus 10% to maximum poison. Does this item actually exist? Like you guys might be laughing at me. It's some druid pelt I've never seen before in my life.
That sounds amazing.
It's called the Spirit Keeper. I mean, my knee-jerk reaction was Ravenlore or Jalal's Mane or any of those other things. But why have I never seen this thing before? Apparently it is 30 to 40% fire resistance, 9 to 14 lightning absorption, 15 to 25% cold absorption. It is a very tanky helmet. It also rolls 1 to 2 on the druid skills. Must have just never found this item. It's an earth spirit, so that would actually account for its rarity, because that means it probably only drops from very specific monsters. And since it's only a +1 helmet sometimes, it's probably not very good, so people throw it away. It's a really solid defensive helmet. I mean, I'm looking at the lightning absorption and the cold absorption, and I'm seeing a helmet that literally gives you both lightning and cold absorption in one nice little neat package.
Couldn't that be nice in PvP potentially?
Yeah, I mean, if you were gonna try and build a more defensive sort of a character, that would definitely be a very nice like defensive helmet for sure. Guess I just never found one. That's probably what it is. I probably just never found one. There you go. Add it to my holy grail, boys. Totally threw me off, too, because I was expecting, you know, one of the other unique druid pelts. I mean, Jalal's Mane, yeah. Cerebus Bite, I've seen that one plenty of times. Ravenlore, I've seen that one plenty of times as well. Yeah, so I guess Spirit Keeper is just high level and rare. Interesting. Ooh, ethereal short spear. Mods kind of suck. Oh, this is the Cobra Kai shirt from that new TV show that came out with Danielson. You want this circlet, or are you dedicated to your hat?
Got a service.
I was talking to Chunks. You in here, Chunks?
Oh, I don't even hear him.
He's looking at it. He's comparing. Alright, next game. Arthur Takzanowski. I'm like on fire for Magic Find today, by the way. I found so many good items already. Like that circlet with really nice, and Athk Hagens, if anybody needs one for their Merc, which was a pretty sweet find, in my opinion. What were some of the other items I found? There's a couple other good ones hiding in here. I found a Blade of Alibaba. I found an Arm of King Leoric. Found a Amp Damage Thresher, which is kind of an interesting find. You don't find, like, elite pole arms with amp damage on them very often. Get off my Merc, sucker. Eagle Fang Karate. Another heavy belt. It's not a gold wrap. 30 cold, 22 fire. It's the only thing's good on it. It's the only thing's good on it. Ow. And you did. Oh, that was a lot of poison novas all at once. Every now and then the frickin' poison novas on the plague sword go kind of crazy, and like literally like 10 or 12 poison novas, I swear, come out in like 1 second. It's a little nuts. Check out these hatchet hands. What's his build? This build is a is basically just a standard Dream Paladin once I took off my Principal. It's mainly so I can do these seal pops. The Principal armor is what this build's based around, though. Mithril Coil. Jamila, I need some more ID scrolls. So Woogie's gotten into Stranger Things, and now she wants to be 11 for Halloween. So I think it was like 2 years ago when Stranger Things first became popular. I thought she would make a really good 11, but she never watched the show. So she finally now has just watched the show. Oh, and that's the other thing that's coming. So so the 28th is Overwatch 2 beta. The 29th is Diablo 2 Resurrected 2.4.3 patch, right? And then July 1st, which is not too far afterward, is Stranger Things, the second part of season 4 or whatever. I'm actually pretty excited about Stranger Things. I like the show. It's a really good show. It's a nice show. It's a very good show. Who doesn't like this show? It's a show for the people. It's a very good show. Club. Got a nice little stout nail. Just demonstrate my massive Diablo knowledge. Oh, it's a fellow oak, not a stout nail. That's right, that's the spiked club. The spiked club is the stout nail. God, look at that freaking massive lightning resistance on that thing. 60% lightning res. Why is that so high? And then this should be steel driver, if I remember correctly. Okay, yeah, that's steel driver. I'm keeping that. Can't tell me what to do. I would assume Whirlwind Assassin is going to be better. That's my assumption. Bing, 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 bing. Alright, I actually am running out of room. I think next game is going to be a swamp game. Oh, what's up, little grotesques? I see your little elite pack here. Give me all the mana potions. Yeah, that was an EXP shrine there. Okay, I'll make sure I grab that when I kill Diablo. Don't forget about the EXP shrine. It has all the lovely, lovely, lovely brine. So I like pickle juice. I don't know if you guys like pickle juice. It's a weird thing to say, just to spout out of nowhere, right? But I'll actually drink pickle juice, right? But I don't ever like drink all the pickle juice because I like to dip my pickles in the juice, and that sounds dirty, but it's not. But moral of the story is you know, I like pickle juice, right? Well, my girlfriend likes to drink pickle juice as well, and it really kind of blew my wig back one day when I opened up the refrigerator and there was a jar of pickles in there that had no juice in it. Like, I've never done that before. Like, I've never drunk all the juice out of the jar. Like, it's always been a, you know, like, I'll drink some of the juice, I'll eat some of the pickles, you know, I'll eat, you know, I'll eat like 4 or 5 pickles, maybe drink, you know, like a little cupful of juice to go along with it, but I never drink like the entire jar of pickle juice before I eat all the pickles. Like, it's kind of weird. And so that day when I opened up the refrigerator and there was literally just a jar of pickles with no juice in there, I was like, what? I couldn't comprehend. Like, my brain was having a meltdown. I don't know how to explain it. I was like, but pickles with no juice? No, you don't know. Why you do this? Pickles need juice. Juice need pickle. Ooh, spicy. It's so spicy for no reason. I hate it when Vector of Souls is so spicy. Calm it down, Infector of Souls. Oh wow, a 15% IAS jewel with 27% enhanced damage. It's not a 1540, but it's certainly not a crappy jewel either. That's something you can socket into something there. That's definitely a something jewel, not a nothing jewel. Not a bad little jewel, if I do say so myself. F784. That's pretty high. I'm kind of a pickle snob though. I don't really like the cheap, like, nasty pickles. It's always been a thing with me. I like the what are they called? The refrigerated pickles. I like the refrigerated pickles a hell of a lot better than the non-refrigerated kind. Is it F? No, it's never F. Hey, pickle juice is good for you. I like pickle juice. I'm just saying, don't drink all the juice out before you eat the pickles. That's just rude. Only if it's the good kind, AJ. Only if it's the good kind. Only if it's the good kind of pickle juice. I don't want the bad kind of pickle juice. Ah, Blue Monarch. I don't know if anybody... Oh, that's ethereal, too. Alright, I need a swap game. I'm full. Alright, so here we go. GGM swap. And you know what? I don't really care. It's going to be open to public this time. It's got electrolytes. That's what plants crave. If any of you guys are interested in swapping out equipment, I'm going to be here dropping some items on the ground. I got a Eth K Hagens. I got a Eth Rattle Cage, which is pretty sweet. I got an Eth Blood Thief Brandy Stock, which is also pretty cool for low-level characters. A Demon's Arch Balrog Blade, a Flesh Render, Spectral Shard, Hexfire. I'm not giving up my Redeemer. You can't handle the Redeemer. And what else do I got? I know I got more stuff. Blade of Alibaba. A pretty decent little belt, which is 19 defense, 24% faster recovery. 2 res life. It's not bad for level 18. It's actually pretty darn sweet. I also have a pretty nice little L18 ring, which is mana, attack rating, and minimum damage. Throw that Angelic's on the ground in case anybody wants it. I also have some pretty interesting amulets, which I'm going to drop on the ground if anybody's interested in the interesting amulets from Interesting Town. I know I've got more than that. So I got a metal grid. And I have Elich. Drop that. This Windhammer Ogre Maul. So these amulets are kind of interesting. I've got a +1 pally with 5% faster cast, and it has some good all-res on it. It's actually not bad. I have Elich, of course. I've got a +2 offensive Oris Paladin with all-res and 8% increased chance of blocking. And then Metal Grid. +2 Druid with 7% increased chance of blocking with some reses. Your pickles need to come in a jar. I mean, I can get behind you on that. I think that's a decent one there. Nice little ring. There's a Dwarf Star if anybody wants it. Some 38% chances. A teleport axe that has Decrepify charges on it if anybody wants some Decrepify and some teleport. And I get my principal. A nice little leaf staff, a pre-buff leaf staff for blocking. Also got some Silk Weaves. These are absolutely great because of the +5 to mana after each kill. Some Inferno Strides, which are great because they have the Blaze, which makes you run faster. I also got some Fire Claw Lizard's Talons. I'm not really sure what good they are, but could be good to somebody. What else do I got in here that's worth dropping? 7%
Any
MF
helm?
Small Charm. What kind of helms?
Any helm. It's for Merc.
I don't know. There's probably something on the ground. It's a Jalal's main. I got a Hand of Blessed Light, which is really good for Fist of the Heaven Paladins, if anybody wants that. Another +1 Pally Ammy. +2 Druid Ammy. +1 Sorceress Ammy. +2 Druid Ammy. A bunch of interesting Ammys, so drop them over here. There's a Dark Force spawn on the ground. What will that roll? Oh, 2-3, 2-3-3. Wow. That's a pretty good roll on the Dark Force spawn. Oh yeah, where's that essence go? I was gonna drop that on the ground too. Essence. I don't know whether these swamp games fill up so fast. This one is only got like a couple people in it. Just gotta send out the messenger. Yeah, it's open to public, Spartan. You guys are more than welcome to come in, grab whatever you need. Discord drop notification. What's up, Marsha?
Good day.
Maybe YouTube hates me. There's definitely a lot of good stuff on the ground. I'm gonna go murder something real quick just for lulz. Eldritch is like, no, you're level 96. What are you doing in normal difficulty? You're not supposed to be here. Go back to your old area. Stop picking on us. I may be picking on the low-level Eldritch and Shank. Let's go kill normal Diablo, see if we can get a Soge. Fellow is kind of ridiculous with the resistances. That's really what it's great at. It's a nice little, like, half buff stick for resistances. It's level 3, too. It's kind of insane. I have 60% lightning res at level 3. Definitely could come in handy versus Diablo. Help you out against that ridiculous Nova Inferno lightning crap that he's got. Man, it's a whole nother story running normal Diablo. Everything just melts. You don't even have to touch anything as a Dream Paladin. You just teleport in the vicinity of monsters and they just fall down. Nothing good from Diablo. Boo. earns. Boo earns. Boo earns. They're saying boo earns. They love you, Burns. They're saying boo earns. Boo earns. Those of you who may not have ever seen The Simpsons might have no clue what I'm talking about. There was an episode where everybody was booing Burns because he did some terrible thing. I can't remember what it was right off the top of my head. And Smithers tried to convince him that they weren't booing him. They were, in fact, saying his name, Burns. They're like, no, they're not saying boo. They're saying boo earns. Boo earns. Boo earns. They're saying your name, Mr. Burns. They love you. Totally bought it, by the way.
Good day.
Time to go murder the cows in unison. What's up, Trustworthy? What's up, King? The King dropped me a ring. 44 mana, dual res, level 22. It's actually not terrible for level 22. It's a nice little dual res ring. Hey, look, Angelic Mantle. I'll drop that on the ground in case somebody wants to put together the set. Ooh, 10% lightning res. The jewels of truth. Looks like just about everything has been kind of swooped up. Nobody wants the, oh, I was about to say nobody wants the Eth K-Hagens, but that's a regular K-Hagens. So somebody must have snatched the Eth K-Hagens. Nobody wants my Eth Rattle Cage? Or my Eth Blood Thief? I will keep them for myself then. You guys don't deserve the glory that is the Eth Rattle Cage and Eth Blood Thief brandy stock. You do not deserve it. Them Eth Fire Lizard's talons are still on the ground too. I'm gonna hang on to those in case nobody wants them. I mean, lots of cool stuff on the ground. I think I'm gonna head on to the next game though. You guys have fun. What's this? 4-socket non-Eth man catcher. Me. Alright, what was I on? I was on like 15 or something like that. I think it was on 15. Alright, all nice and freshly cleansed of equipment that I don't need. Freshly cleansed. Freshly cleansed.
Simpsons is fine. I don't think The Simpsons needs to end or anything. It's definitely found new audiences. My girlfriend's daughter Woogie, she got into The Simpsons and watched like the whole thing beginning to end, which is kind of insane considering how many episodes there are. I like to kill the elite packs because the elite packs actually do give me good EXP right now, but only because they're higher level than everything else. Plus they give me potions, and I don't have to go back to town to buy potions. It's nice to not have to go back to town to buy potions. And everything hits the ground. Not even death. Hey, cold eye steel. An ethereal balrog spear. Fools. Nothing good though, unfortunately. Cold Eye Steel Cutlass. It's actually a really nice blade. 50% deadly strike along with hits blinds target and slows target by 30%, combined with a really fast blade and a little bit of mana steel on top. It's a sexy sword. Very, very sexy sword. It's very, very nice. Oh god. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it. I see some full juvies on the ground. I'm gonna take them down. Lost a little mana potions on the ground. I'm gonna take them too. Another full juvie. Yeah, the Flintstones. That show was a little bit much. Even for kids. Superior Grim Side. Oh god, dolls. What's up, dolls? Immediate death. What was that Woogie asked me the other day? She's like, "Why does Stranger Things have to end?" And I'm like, well, I was like, all the actors are growing up really fast. I was like, if you haven't been paying attention, you know, over the 4 seasons, they started out as little kids, and very quickly they're growing into adults, and so it's not going to be too long before they're all adults. It's kind of hard to keep a show going that's not supposed to last for like multiple years when the kids are literally, you know, like getting to the point where they're like in their late 20s. +3 meditation. It's kind of an interesting little hammer. Throw steel in that. Bale, come back. Don't leave so soon. I have some things for you. Take my sword and put it in your gut. It's what we need. Just put it in the rut. Hey ho, Bailey-o, come on down to the show. We got lots of places for you. We could stab you in the poo, stab you in the eyeball, or maybe just kill you. Yay. Death Bale. Bale death. Death Bale. He's dead. I might be mildly insane, okay? I never said that I wasn't, so if you guys ever assumed that I wasn't insane, well, I don't know what to tell you. What's up, Tomac? So they recently changed all that, Grim Scott. There was a patch, 2.4, that changed the way that the speed of barbarians, of shape-shifted characters work. So shape-shifted characters now do actually obtain off-weapon IAS. I think there could be an issue with like the cap on barbarian. I'm not 100% sure. I have heard some people say that it's not working quite the way that it should. But off-weapon IAS does work now on shape-shifting druids and shape-shifting other characters as well. Ready to go to sleep, Tomac? I know how it be sometimes. Back when I used to work construction, I'd get home sometimes and I would literally just fall right into bed. I wouldn't even take off my clothes. I wouldn't even take off my shoes. I was so tired. I just literally just lay right down where I was and just, now I lay me down to sleep. If my soul should leave before I wake. Black, I'm not calling in late for work. No swarming, Infector of Souls. No swarmer, no swarming. Gotta bat him on the nose with a rolled up newspaper. That's how we teach him who's boss. Not even death. Not even death. Diablo is such an oddity. I like to sleep, Tomac. Sleeping is nice. I like sleeping. Nothing like curling up into a little ball and go take a nap. It's my solution for everything. Have a bad day, take a nap. You're really tired, take a nap. Your girlfriend was mean to you, take a nap. You're sick and you're literally dying from some sort of illness, take a nap. In fact, you know what? Curl up into a... Put like 8 blankets on top of you and then take a nap. That way you have fever dreams. You got some time to kill between projects and you don't got anything to do? Take a nap. Look at that. Time to kill killed. Who doesn't like to kill time? It's a nice side project in life. Essence. A mighty scepter. If you're so mighty.
Salutations.
My favorite naps are the ones that convert into full-born sleep. Like, I'm just gonna take a nap here for a minute. You know, just wake me up in a little bit. I'll be good to go. 9 hours later, you wake up and you're like, what century is it? That was a really long nap. It's like dark out. It was light when you went to sleep. You got no clue what time it is. You've got to like find your phone wherever the hell it ended up. Because you didn't put it up because it was just a nap.
You wake up married and you have no idea who it is.
You're like, that was a really weird nap. I had this horrible dream that I got married. Ow, ow, ow. That's a lot of monsters over there. You gotta calm it down. I say calm it down, sir. I've had people like literally because I stream so long. I've streamed like ridiculous hours. But like it's literally like they watch my stream, they fall asleep watching my stream, and then they wake up in the morning and I'm still streaming. And it must be like some sort of real trip, like to wake up. You literally wake up and I'm still streaming, and they think they must have only slept for like an hour or two, but then they look over and see the sun's up. And they're like, like, you still streaming? I'm like, yeah, it's like 16 hours. Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. Just 16 hours or so. You know, it's funny, if I try and play like Diablo 3 the same way that I play Diablo 2, I'll end up falling asleep on stream. You guys will see me falling asleep on stream. I'll just be really. Diablo 3 is nowhere near as fun or engaging as Diablo 2. I don't know what it is. Like I can play in the hardest areas and I'll literally just start falling asleep in Diablo 3 and I don't know what it is. It's just, I guess it's just boring. That's the only thing I can really explain it. It's just a boring game. It's just so very boring. I don't know what to do. It's boring. So boring. From the land of sauerkraut and lederhosen. Sauerkraut and lederhosen. So Germany then. Or I mean, that's what comes to mind, but it could also be like Sweden. Could be Sweden. Ooh.
Impossible.
Just found a +1 combat pally with +3 max damage on it. Very nice find. Very nice find indeed. I can finally put up these other two chimichams. Austria is also possible. You know, over here in the United States, we have a place called Busch Gardens, and in Busch Gardens they have a what is it called? It's called like the bless it, I can't even remember. But they have like a whole like it's kind of like a Swedish like log cabin set up, and like they got like the people in the lederhosen, and they serve like traditional like drinks of that particular country in the little area. Why can I not remember what they called it at Busch Gardens? Somebody probably knows. See, I got it right on the first try. It is Germany. He said Germany. I said Germany first. Beer garden. Hey, look, it's the Skull Splitter. Yay. The terriblest of terribles. Let's check this bad boy out. It's not F. Check out these jabs, though. Ooh, +2s with 40% IAS. Not the best, though. It could be +3s with +3. Could be 6 and 40. These are only 2 and 40s. Moving right on through, and I don't even care. Come on down, and I'll do your motherfucking hair. Speaking of hair, my girl always has the most outrageous haircuts and hairdos and stuff. She always does it up herself. Like, I literally should be out leave in the morning, and I'll be like, look at Lord. It's like, that thing's beautiful. I like some sort of craziness with like a beehive mixed together with like some, I don't even know. Oh, you want to come with me, Hollow? I'm seal popping, by the way, so it might not necessarily be the most interesting runs. Oh, double fanaticism. Ugh, nasty. Oh God. Right on top of my head, Lord Daces. Alright. That was a little rude. A ring. It's not very good. On to Bailey Eliotson free. I didn't mean to go to Frigid Highlands.
Good afternoon.
Hope everyone is doing fine. I'm doing fine. We're doing fine. What's up, assailants? What are you guys assailing? Nothing, 'cause you're dead.
They're assailing the seven seas, bro.
Hmm. A wall of dolls. That sounds pretty terrible, actually. We're still on the lederhosen and the sauerkraut, huh? The battle sisters. Welcome to the claws of thunder. We got thunder in games. Come on down and we'll take you down and put you in the Thames and wash you. You know, there's a really cool story I was looking up one time about the Thames when it froze over, which was like apparently during some sort of like almost mythological freaking like cold period. Like there's literally paintings of the Thames like when it froze over, and apparently it's like it was like during some sort of cold period in the sun's activity. It's the reason why that it happened, because apparently the sun goes through cycles, and it was like one of the colder periods of the sun's cycles. And like during this particular time period, it got so cold that literally the Thames just froze over. I'll scoot him. I'll scoot him. Storm Chaser. Number 19. Huh. Apparently 1963 it froze over as well. There's actually a picture of it. Let me bring it up on stream just for lulz. I always like doing this kind of stuff. Here you go, guys. This is a famous painting of the Thames that froze when it froze over. Oh Lord, it's kind of big. Make that fit to the screen. It's a pretty cool little picture. It's like they literally had tents set up on the frickin' river because it was so solid. They didn't care. Bink, bink, bink. No. So I learned a very interesting behind-the-scenes thing from Rob Gallerani. Apparently they were really worried about the screen size affecting the teleport distance and essentially making teleport faster for people who had wider screens. And I had always assumed that the wider screens gave the player an advantage, but apparently it does not. According to Rob Gallerani in the behind the scenes, what he basically said is that they made it so that no matter what size screen you're using, when you try and teleport beyond the range of what they have considered to be the maximum teleport range, it only teleports you to the maximum teleport range and no further. Even if you click further than essentially the range is allowing. Which was a very interesting tidbit of information because it basically confirms that there is no screen advantage as far as teleport is concerned. +2 martial arts, attack rating versus undead. Nothing really too fancy there. But if you guys, by the way, if you guys want to join me, you're more than welcome to join me. You probably don't want to join me while I'm seal popping Diablo because it's going to be a very boring experience for you unless you want to seal pop with me. But you can join the Bale Runners, and I'm always going to be joining the Bale Runners once I finish seal popping Diablo. So, but if you've never heard the term seal popping Diablo, basically how it works is you basically just do Lord Decease, Grand Visor of Chaos, and Infector of Souls, and once you do those three, you basically force Diablo to pop, despite all the other monsters that are in the game. Like, you're not really worried about all the other monsters that are in Chaos. And then as soon as you pop Diablo, you kill them, and then you move on. Interesting to see the difference between the two. Yeah, he did. Plus, Bale spams curses, so it's not like you can even keep the EXP shrine on you, unfortunately. I wish you could. I wish you could. Oh, what a nice little collection of multi-shot monsters over here. What's up, buddies? Multi-shot extra fasts. PC broke. What happened to your PC, Adam? You wouldn't know it, but I'm actually really good with PCs. Ran my computer company for quite some time. Maybe I can give you some advice. Viper Slime of the Unholy over here. And his buddy Starbang the Grim. I was getting Starbanged. Starbang the Grim and Viper Buttface the Poopy Face. That wasn't his name, I was just making fun of him. It's an Ort rune that you can give your fellow man. It's an Ort rune. Come on down and play the land. It's an Ort rune. Oh no. Oh no, they got my Mercanurk. That's a first. I found a +1 Pally Pico earlier, though. That's a pretty nice little find. Been kind of on fire today. Oh no. OMG. I'm guessing you were AFK. And a monster found you. I mean, yeah, sometimes it is just time to upgrade.
I can't carry anymore.
Socketed phase blade. 6-socketed phase blade. Anybody need a 6-socketed phase blade? It's a blade buckle. The buckle of the blade of the buckle. Well, thank you, Exceptional. I appreciate it, man. I certainly do have a lot of videos. Anyone in particular that you enjoyed? Perhaps my Dr. Evil $1 million video that I did just recently? $1 million. I don't really think ram speed makes that big of a difference, Adam. I played around with that a lot in the past, and it just never really seemed to make that too big of a difference. Most RAM is like super duper fast now anyway. It's not like you're running 600 megahertz old chips. Like even DDR3 is capable of 1600 megahertz. The DDR4 chips are even faster, and the difference between DDR4 and DDR5 is not even really that great. I mean, if you're gonna upgrade anyway, and you've got the money to spend, then yeah, you could get a DDR5 board. Just it's not really like don't make it like a super big priority though. RAM speeds are one of the few things I think in the computer world that's like the equivalent of min-maxing. So it's like it's the gain that you get from it is so small that it ends up being worth more to upgrade a different part. Like that's what I've come across almost every single time. Like every time I thought about upgrading my memory, I realized that if I upgraded my CPU or upgraded my graphics card or upgraded my hard drives, I could get more of a performance boost for less money. I think that's the easiest way to think about it. Like, yes, increasing the speed of your RAM will actually increase the speed of your computer, but you can usually increase the speed of your computer much easier and for much cheaper by upgrading another part. Is it towels? Your Tandy 386? Now don't tell me you're running on a Tandy 386 and you don't have a coprocessor, okay? If you don't have a 386 coprocessor, then you're in the dinosaur ages, man. I'm telling you. You're gonna have to go to the store and you're gonna have to buy a coprocessor and you're gonna have to install it because otherwise, you know, what are you doing with your life? Okay, you gotta have a coprocessor. Oh, I forgot to grab my Merc. You know what? Nah. Na 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 na. Well, I definitely do have a video on the Rune Etten Rune Master Etten axe. I definitely have a video on that. I even go over it in quite some detail. I do my heckin' best, my friends. My heckin' Bobeckin' best. There's probably some alternatives that I didn't quite explore with that item, but I think I went over the bulk of them. General's Tando Lagam. General's Tando Lagam. It's a General's Tando Lagam. Tando le General, a General Tando. It's a General Tando Lagam. Oh, it's a General Tando Lagam. General Tando Lagam. What's up, Infector of Souls? Go grab that EXP shrine real quick. DDR3 can actually be really quite fast. A lot of people don't realize that because there's a lot of really bad DDR3 chips. But back when DDR3 was in its prime, there was definitely quite a few chips out there that you could purchase that were in the 1600 megahertz or sometimes even higher range, depending on the manufacturer of the chip and the settings that they required you to put it at. It wasn't automatic, though. You had to go into the settings and you had to actually change the settings of the chips. You had to up the voltage, you had to change the timings, you had to make it work. And I mean, it was just a little bit of work. Ah, nice little bone flame. Those are always nice to get your hands on. The bone flame. Ooh, those are the ones with a 20% faster run walk. If you're doing a faster run walk necro, those are great. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, they got me anyway. Little trolls. Only 162 million to go. Some Frosties. Anybody need some Frosties? And they're super dead, super dead. Oh, look at all them dead. It's a super, super dead. The Gothic Shield of Javernus. Oh, Javernus. The game already exists with that name. Somebody created my game? You're escaping real. What are you escaping? You escaping reality? I recommend that if you're escaping from reality, you do your best to run away from insanity. What do you need, she says. What do you need? Always what do you need? Never what do you want? Never what do you care for? Never who do you love? Ow. Punk? I keep thinking about this frickin' button to open up my Heraldric Cube. Like, it's actually a pretty sexy button. And they're gonna fix Kane so he identifies items inside the cube. We're finally gonna be able to identify items in the cube, boys. Kane is getting an upgrade after all these years. Even though he got horribly downgraded in Diablo Immortal. Like completely forgot about his ability to identify items in Diablo Immortal. He's just like, you know what? I gave up that side hustle, okay? I am too rich for that now. Can't be dealing with your petty items you bring in me all the time. Half the time it's ain't nothing but garbage anyway. That's right, you heard me. Quit bringing me garbage. And then in Diablo 3, he's like, he's back on poor times. He had to go back to his side hustle. Oh well, a 3-socket Tomb Reaver with no F. Still a pretty nice little weapon. What's the magic find on roll on that? 71%. Ooh, that's actually pretty sexy. That's a magic finder one right there. Use that for a merc. Give him a steel skull cask. Throw a guardian angel on him so that he has like plus max all res. Works out really nice. Look here, Lord Decease. You may be immune to my element, but that doesn't mean you're going to live. In fact, I'm pretty sure that means you're going to die. Come with me if you want to die. Alright. Come on, big Diablo. Let's go. Not even death. See, Tomac, to escape reality, you just need to think outside the box. You just need to think outside the box.
Outside the bun?
Outside the bun.
Oh,
Oh?
oh,
Oh?
that is a good one for a summon necro. That's best in slot.
Oh?
Yes.
Somebody dropped that 3-socket Tomb Reaver on the ground with magic fine. Look at all these runes and then it's janky. Ain't got not a single Thull rune on the ground. How dare you come into my presence without at least one Thull rune to sacrifice to the gods?
I dropped while trying to find it.
What's up, Mr. Bailey Alio? Giveaways planned to celebrate hit 99? I don't know. I give away like everything I have all the time. I mean, I never really
Right.
think to like hold on to it to do a giveaway. Like, if you guys ever want to like get something, like you kind of have to just hang out in the streams because I'm like constantly like I'll be like, I'll find some super rare item and I'm like, eh. I was like, anybody want it? I was like, here, it's on the ground. Like 3 people are like, oh my god, that's the best circlet I've ever seen in my life.
And you're just like, it's alright.
I mean, if you guys want it.
I feel like that's how Mephisto and Bale are.
Wow.
They just throw stuff on the ground.
Like, look at this piece of crap I'm gonna drop on the ground, and he's gonna jump for it too. Watch. I could be a super villain in this game. I'd be the best. Like, every time somebody killed me, I would just drop a random crap unique ring. Just to, like, really make them, like get all excited for no reason. Unique
So you would be
amulets, too.
Andariel.
Be like,
So you
Nokazan
would be
Relic.
Andariel.
No, it would just never be anything good. Like, guaranteed never anything good. You just don't know that. I'll even drop you facets, too, but they'll be, like, always, like, guaranteed 3/3 facets. Just like the
And
most evil.
I always pick them up.
Just like the most evil stuff ever.
No, they're like candy. I like them.
Like, I'll constantly drop you circlets and stuff like that have, like, the most godlike stats on them, but they're just, like, just shy of being amazing. Like, it'll be, like, perfect stats, but it'll only be, like, +1 skills. Or it'll be, like, perfect stats, but it'll be, like, +1 lightning. +1 lightning skills. The Necromancers will always get cursed GCs. That's all they ever get. The Paladins only ever get defensive aura GCs. That's all they get too. The absolute deviousness of my internal plans are beyond mere mortals. Titans 180%, 86%. Is it ethereal trustworthy? Titans that are non-Eth tend to not be worth very much, just simply because they're pretty common. Eth Titans are worth quite a bit more, especially if they have good numbers. Lord Day, cease movement. I mean, it's not that non-F Titans are worthless. I mean, you could probably still get something for them, like a Pull Rune or like a Co Rune or a Lem Rune or something like that. For the most part, you'll see me just like drop them on the ground for people, though, if they're not F. I find them so often. +3 battle command, +3 increased speed helmet. That's ethereal. It's level 30. The hell could you even put in that? That would be like... I mean, the Barb Mercs don't use battle command. Sadly. Oh no, Hollow was slain by a burning soul. You need a fortitude for your character, or you need a fortitude for your merc trustworthy?
And then you just stand here in the bale waves and you hold shift and click. Shift and click, shift and click, hold them dangle, shift and click, shift and click, shift and click, get them dangle, shift and click. Shift and click. Shift and click, gotta hold that shift and click. I like to be attacking before they ever even know that I'm here. I'm like mid-zeal while they're spawning. It's great. America's immune to your petty hydras. Your petty hydras. Your petty hydras. Why you juggling over there? I was watching this video earlier before I came on here, and it made me laugh. Apparently, some guy made a fake aimbot essentially for Counter-Strike, and when people downloaded it, it basically just did all sorts of like really stupid, like idiotic things. Like whenever they tried to throw like a smoke grenade, it aimed the smoke grenade down at their feet and then threw away all their weapons. Like it's just absolutely golden stuff. Like everything that you could think of that would just be absolutely troll. Like if you tried to fire at anybody, it would just automatically aim your character's like gun up in the air, so you couldn't hit anybody. If you tried to walk, it would just switch to your knife and then would basically like cause you to walk slower than if you were running. So you couldn't sneak around anywhere. Like the stupid things he made this program do. And he just like, basically these people were just trying to cheat and he just like completely screwed them over. Well, the important thing to remember about Fortitude is unless you're dishing out physical damage, it's not going to beef you up. So, a lot of people don't realize that the increased damage on Fortitude is only for physical damage. It doesn't help any kind of elemental damage at all.
Not even a little bit.
Bear Sorks like it.
I mean, it does have faster cast on it, but
They like dragons.
But it doesn't help out their elemental damage either. So much work, seal popping. Stupid work. I got double shift tomorrow when Overwatch 2 launches, or the beta launches anyway. And then when the patch launches tomorrow, I'm going to be sleeping all day. Although by the looks of the maintenance, which I just saw before I hopped in, like it's not going to be online until like really late at night. It basically said the maintenance wasn't going to be over until 4 p.m. PDT, which is really late.
Not sure exactly when 4 p.m. PDT is EST, but I know it's late.
7.
So I'll have a chance to sleep in, I guess.
Oh, Diablo, we can kill our fellow man. Oh, Diablo.
Hopefully no more than 12 hours? What do you mean, Tomac? Chung 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 chung. The mighty shift key.
Oh, when I say double shift, I mean literally like one shift, and then I go home and I take like a small nap, and I come back and do it a whole nother shift. It's usually not very fun. Wow, he got wrecked. All you heard was the cube cane thing? Well, that's all you heard, Digital Shaman.
Then you heard the best part.
I don't know, some pretty cool stuff in there. I'm kind of excited about the lobby updates. I mean, I didn't think it was really going to be that big of a deal for PC, but the search function and the added 20 games on the list is actually kind of sweet.
Oh no, if we could just add another 20 characters for ladder only.
The rune sword, the plague bearer. The better of the plague.
Well, next ladder, if you can search game names, you can actually use games for trading.
It's gonna be even better.
This is true.
You'll be able to type in something like, like P-Torch or something, and actually find all the games that are listed with P-Torch. And then you get there and they're like, perfect torch, brother. Perfect, not paladin, okay? But at least you'll be able to have a search function. Yeah, they're adding a search function. They kind of went overboard with the console instead of just like doing the bare minimum, which is basically make it the same as the like the PC. They went a little bit further and they were like, we're going to add additional functionality. And, and then they were like, you know what? Let's give this additional functionality to the PC users as well. And I'm actually kind of excited about the additional functionality. Hey, you little Grand Visor of Chaos. Your little amp damage. Yeah, I've got a patch notes video up, a Digital Summon, if you want to take a look at it. I kind of go over everything. +2 passives with lifesteal, but not really anything else good. Needs IAS, doesn't have IAS. Meh. Can they make more viable character builds? I'm assuming that's going to come in one of the next patch. They specifically said in the previous patch that this patch was not going to be the end of things. Like, they weren't just going to be like, okay, 2.4 is out, we're done, we're not changing anything anymore. I mean, they pretty much said that 2.4 was just literally just the beginning of things. So I'm assuming we will see more changes, more adjustments in the skills, more fixes. Oh God, blessed aim. No, thank you. Blessed aim, ouchie. Me no like blessed aim. No, no, you go away. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow. Always with the ouchies. And you, stop cursing me. Boom. Shink, shink. Oh, look at that. Exceptional became a unique Ginger Gaming Mentor mentee. So if you guys are unaware, I do have a kind of like a membership system set up on YouTube. And if you guys want to support the channel, there's a couple different options. Any of you guys who want to support the channel, you're very much appreciated. I promise you. When I take a look through the comments, I always take a look at the members' comments first. So give you guys a kind of like a more equal representation. Because I have a lot of comments these days. It's a little bit hard to sift through them all. And I miss things. You know, it's not my intention to miss you guys. Especially since the YouTube comment system is kind of borked at times. There's definitely been moments where I'm like going through the comments and I'm like, I never saw this comment. And it's like freaking 4 months old. So it helps to be able to sort you guys by members. Plus you get all sorts of cool little emotes and stuff if you guys are unaware. You get these little giants. I got a bunch of little emotes. Check this out. My YouTube thing is always so laggy.
Are you doing Bale as well, Ginger, or are you just doing Seal Pop Diablo?
I mean, I was doing Seal Pop Diablo. But Chunks is doing Bale, so I joined him for Bale. And then we got Zan and Hollow here now, so we're up to 4.
Yeah, I'm just doing
What game are y'all on?
25.
Ooh,
Binks. Bink.
didn't mean to grab that.
Come on, get all the emotes in there. I got the Berserk symbol. My loot's been kind of insane today. I'm actually pretty excited about
3
it.
to max damage, 12 to life. Almost cool.
Not bad. I found a P-comb with max damage on it earlier. I didn't even know you could roll P-combs with max damage.
Uh-huh. Oh, rip Merc.
It's not mine.
Nope, it was mine.
Anthony. My Merc's pretty nigh unkillable. He's got to get hit by a pretty nice little swath of damage to take him out. Yeah, I guess of maiming is a thing. I didn't even know of maiming was a thing. It just replaced some of my max damage charms.
I was actually thinking, you know, they have these charms that have like plus 10 max damage on them and stuff like that. If you're really trying to go for like a maximum damage character, you'd be best off with a plus max damage plus 6 strength Grand Charm. So plus 10 max plus 6 strength, because 6 strength gives you 6% off weapon ED. If you had, for instance, like your inventory filled with those, you'd have plus 10 max. They usually come with AR, right? And then you'd have 6 strength, so 6 times, what, 10? So you'd have an extra 60 strength, so 60% off weapon ED. Along with the 10 max. It'd be pretty sexy.
XP Shrine in Act 1, my part.
Alright, I'll get it when I kill Diablo. It's really the only place I can use it anyway. Everybody else just curses me in here. They're so mean. Yeah, covered.
There you go.
It was funny, a couple changes of my equipment and I literally became like the not body lever. Like I'm using a freezes target weapon. My Merc has redemption. He's wearing a Tyrael's Might, so he literally has Slain Monsters Rest in Peace. I was running the Slain Monsters Rest in Peace ring. Like there was like no bodies like anywhere. Like anywhere I went, it was just completely devoid of bodies. I know it was one time I was streaming when I had that set up on, and there was like a Horker Barb that was trying to run behind me. And he was like, "Oh man, there's no bodies." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I am super nobody, man. Send all them bodies straight back to heaven. Or hell. You know, whichever they deserve." Alright, little Venom Lords. Y'all think you're so cute. I don't know why, but I really like your like character or your profile icon there. Exceptional. Well, it's like a cool color. It's a cool little balance of like aesthetic. Kind of reminds me of like an old school gradient back in back when I was playing with paint, but like a lot better. I mean, we're just hanging out, having fun, Ebony Warrior. I mean, if you wanna hang out with us, you're more than welcome to. If you don't want to, it's not a big deal. Wow, 6 drops from Diablo. A light belt, an amulet, and a ring.
Worst bad guy ever.
Not a terrible light build. Could be better though. Oh, I forgot to go grab the EXP shrine. +1 assassin, it's awful. +2 min, 117 attack rating, mana. It's not very great.
Them treads of Cthon.
God bless it. He stormed Best Buy to buy Lord of Destruction. I don't know if I had Lord of Destruction on launch. I can't remember if it was like on launch day or if, you know, because I was a kid back then. It was whenever I got my mom to take me to the store. No car, no freedom, no money. Nothing like being drug around everywhere by your brother. Hey,
Heyo.
let's check that out.
Check them bad boys out.
It's Inferno.
Oh, rip.
Oh god, it's not even a good Inferno. It's only 12% on the fire skill damage. Wow, it's awful. Oof.
That's rough.
The big oof. Like I could have seen like doing like a meme Inferno build with it just for lulz. If it had actually
It'd
rolled like
still be
15%
terrible.
fire. But it only rolled 12% fire. If my Merc still had Inferno, I could give it to him. Oh, what's up, Champion Mawfiends? I like killing you guys. You guys are hilarious. Yeah, give me all your potions. Give me all your potions. Didn't even pick any up. Oh god. Ow. Ouchies. God, every now and then I come across these hit lords that are immune to everything. They're a little bit of a pain in the butt.
You gotta try and find some cold facets.
There we go.
I need 3 perfect cold facets.
3
Source
perfect
system.
cold facets.
Well, technically I need 7, but we'll go with 3 for now.
He's playing Diablo Immortal, get him.
Do you care for level up?
I don't care if they level up as long as they're 5/5s. I don't care about level up or on death or anything like that. It doesn't matter to me as long as it's 5/5.
You don't want to be a a nuclear bomb when you die.
Wow.
Ah, look at that. Mesh armor and an amulet.
Where's he at? So I can end his life. It's funny.
Ooh, that's actually kind of nice. +2 necro, 10% faster cast, 6 strength, all res for 5.
What is that, circular?
Oh. Inertia, can you invite me back to the party, please? Bye.
How may I be of help?
You know, it's really funny when they call it a clan and not a kinship, considering you've called it a kinship since day one. It's like, wow, you don't even really watch this guy or know what's going on.
Well, no, the sad part is that he's not in the kinship. Like, if you look on the Discord
Oh, of
server,
course.
he's left the Discord server like probably about 10 or 20 times. And even though every time he, like tries to get back into the kinship, we let him in, he literally leaves again and he's not in the kinship anymore. So he doesn't have access to any of the kinship channels, any of the kinship voice chats, nothing. And
Yeah.
it's not because we've like tried to exclude him at all. It's completely the opposite.
Impossible.
Thank you. It's up and it's on wave 2 already, I think.
Impossible.
No, it's not. Never mind.
Impossible.
I'm a crazy person. Don't listen to me.
I can't.
I can't go through the portal because he's hostile us. That's basically what's going on. So the next game we'll have a new
Oh,
password because I'm not gonna deal with this stuff.
fair enough. It's like, I can't hurt him. Oh, rip poison res.
Impossible.
It's possible. It's possible. Impossible. I can't. Impossible. Impossible.
Yeah, we're just gonna move on to the next game. The password for the next game is gonna be in chat.
I killed Bale. He didn't drop anything.
It's no big deal. One bale in the grand scheme of things is hardly
So
a huge deal.
I'd really like an update where you put in 12 ears into the Roderick cube and then you transmute a string of ears.
That
I
would be
think that'd
cool.
be a really, really cool update.
But it has to be better than the current string of ears. It's got to be like an upped string of ears.
No. It's the worst one. It's like even worse than you've ever seen, and it has to be upped all the way. But there's another way you can up it by putting in another bunch of ears.
I should have come back on the Zealer and just sat outside of town, let him try and get through the tick damage to attack me. That would have been fun.
If you want 99 chimes to reroll, no attack just dropped 2.
Oh, I would love one of those. I don't have any grandies. I was out of grandies. Got 5 small charms. None of them can roll anything.
And she's banned. And if she acts up somewhere else, she'll get banned there too. He or she, I really don't know.
Person.
The person will get banned in whatever place they want to act up.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Honestly, the entire thing is stupid, and like it displays a complete lack of awareness of what's going on. This person has literally been the same level for like 2 weeks, by the way. And every single time I play, they want me to carry them and G-rush them and boost them and get their levels up, and I don't do that. Not only do I not do that, but I'm not doing that. Like, if I was just running Chaos, I'd be like, hey, sure, fine, come along and mooch some EXP. But I'm not running Chaos. I'm doing something else entirely. I'm seal popping, which is a completely different thing than running Chaos. And I feel like there's also got to be like an inherent disconnect between watching me and realizing that I don't rush people. Like, ever. Like, if you've watched me for any period of time, you will know that I have literally hostile people for going too fast and literally booted people out of my game for literally trying to push things faster than they would like to go. Literally to the point where I'm pretty sure that I've lost subscribers because I will not compromise my values on this. And it's so mind-boggling to me that someone will come in and profess to be like one of my most amazing viewers that's been watching me for such a long period of time, but then just like completely miss the entire point of like anything that I've got to say on the subject of like rushing characters and how I don't like it. Hold on, there's a EXP shrine down here. Hopefully you don't kill him before I get back. There we go. Ooh, a tiara. Some gloves.
Oh.
But then what really gets me is like, I'll literally go out of my way to explain things to somebody, and instead of just like playing with me or like, you know, like joining the group or whatever you want to call it, the character gets mad, the person gets mad and then like leaves in a huff and like then leaves my server and unsubscribes to my channel because I don't want to G-rush. And I'm like, you know what? If you don't like G-rushing, I mean, if you want to G-rush that badly that you've got to unsubscribe from my channel and like leave my Discord server because I won't G-rush you, then you probably don't belong in my channel anyway.
Truth.
If you're nice, if you want a G-Rush, you'll get one. You can get plenty.
No, that particular person wanted the G-Rush from me and only me, and it was literally like asking somebody for something that he's not going to give you. And I'm pretty sure that a previous 2 times this person has shown up and asked for a rush or a boost through, I literally told him I don't do that, and I wasn't going to. And that he needed to level up his character the normal way, and he literally still comes back and begs for it again. Well, Trustworthy, you were actually the cause of somebody leaving, believe it or not. So the other day, literally, we were helping you, and we were trying to walk with you, and one of the people that was in the group was going way too fast and was literally leaving you out of the quests that you needed. Like, there's one thing with rushing. Like, if you're going to rush somebody and you're going to try and make sure that they go as quick as possible, that's one thing. But if you're going so fast that you're literally leaving the person who needs the quests out of the quests, you're just going fast for no reason. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I tried my best to talk to this particular person and convince them to, like, you know, slow down a little bit. And they wouldn't. Literally, even after I pleaded with them to slow down so that you could catch up, they just kept going as fast as humanly possible. And literally to the point where it was like almost every single objective was almost dead before you got there. And they ended up getting upset. They ended up leaving the Discord server. I haven't heard from them since. So obviously, me asking them to slow down was just too much.
Over the top.
It was just over the top. You're not allowed to tell me to slow down. I mean, I think I remember distinctly. We were literally trying to get you the Radamant quest, and they literally killed Radamant before you even like were anywhere near Sewers level 3. And the book did not drop.
I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with how slow you are. It has to do with the fact that the rest of the people should have realized and kept pace with you. The fastest members are supposed to keep pace with the slowest members. That's how it works. You don't force the slowest members to go faster than they're capable of going. It's actually written in the kinship charter, by the way. Like, that's actually a rule that I actually thought of in the kinship charter when I was writing it, that literally you should not force a person to go faster than they're otherwise capable of going. And the reason why I thought about this rule is because so many times I've seen people get forced past, you know, basically where they're capable, you know, of in the game. And nobody's the best at the game. Like, everybody's has their own level of play. You know, somebody's ready for normal difficulty, somebody's ready for nightmare difficulty, somebody's ready for hell, you know, somebody's ready for the Ubers. You know, some people are going super fast because they know where everything is, and other people are just having fun exploring because it's the first time they've been to this particular map or the first time they've seen this particular monster. You know, everybody has their own rates of play. And it's always been, in my opinion, of forcing somebody to go faster than they're otherwise supposed to go is not a good thing. I don't like doing it. I mean, a really easy example would be, imagine you were playing with your 9-year-old brother, and your 9-year-old brother is trying to learn the game. Like, you know, if you're trying to play with him, you would be playing with him. You wouldn't be off killing, you know, hell Diablo while he's derping around in Act 1 difficulty. You'd probably roll an Act 1 character with him and actually play with him and have fun with him. And be a derp right alongside him, picking up cracked sashes and everything stupid.
Yeah, I'll put my magic find gear back on.
Oh, Hierophant Trophy and some gnats. And an amulet. That's some pretty sexy drops. Got a homunculus. Let's check out this amulet. It's pretty terrible. It's pretty.
Oof, so it dropped from 10k blizzard damage to 5k. But the jump from 100 magic find to 526 magic find.
So this is literally the rule in my kinship charter. It literally says, rule number 8, do not force any person to rush past their current level of play. Many people enjoy taking their time with Diablo 2, and some people enjoy rushing to the end. Let the new players be new players. Don't force them out of where they are in the game. It never works out well. Each person plays at their own specific speed, and that is fine. Oops, that was not the entire rule. Probably can't paste the entire rule, that's why.
Superior tiara. Ooh wee.
Now, that's a second frickin' little Necromancer head I found so far. I found a Bone Flame and found a Homunculus, and somebody dropped a frickin' Dark Force spawn earlier. That's all 3 of the sexy Necromancer heads.
That's all 3 of the big ones.
Somebody in chat was asking if the Dark Force spawn was still available too. I can offer him a Homunculus as well. I found a 1527 jewel earlier. I was like, oh, well, that's not terrible. 15% IAS with 27% enhanced damage.
That's pretty good.
I mean, it's not a 1540, but it's still nice.
It's better than just a plain 15. 27% better.
27%.
Mm-hmm.
So the console users got a buff that allows them to pick up items to their cube, which I thought was pretty cool.
If we can get this veil down with some big magic find numbers.
I was actually talking about that earlier in the patch notes. So the 50% bonus that we get from this event will stack on top of whatever else you've got. So this actually will be the first time that you'll be able to achieve the highest magic find numbers possible. So whatever the highest number was before, tack on 50% more.
I'm at 600 is the highest right now on my Sork. I put all my charms back on, but that's plenty high enough. I don't think there's much of a difference between 600 and 650.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about that too. Is that like the difference between 0 and 50 is huge, but the difference between like 550 and 600 is relatively nothing. But you got to imagine that, like with all the players, if every single player is going to have a bare minimum of 50% magic find,
Oh yeah,
we're
that's
gonna
huge.
you're gonna see a whole lot of more items drop during this weekend than normal.
Absolutely.
Especially for all the players that run relatively low magic find numbers.
Well, it's gonna suck for Necros trying to do cows with 0 MF for bases.
Zons. Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Like people who are hunting for bases are gonna have trouble.
You basically don't even bother because it's all gonna be magic stuff.
I suppose you could always
Nah, it
do
won't
the
be
seal
that bad.
pop thing.
I still get bases.
I mean,
Even
magic.
at 600 magic find.
Oh god, that's a lot of monsters over there. Well, the problem is there's no diminishing return on magic items. So the higher your
Yeah.
magic find goes, the less whites you will see. It gets progressively worse.
Oh, I definitely don't get many bases, but I do get some at 600 magic from cows.
It's like a progressive line upward. I don't know if you've ever taken a look at the chart, but like there's diminishing returns for everything except for magic items. Magic items just like, oh yeah, you got 1,000%, like here, have 1,000%. That's what you get. While the unique items are over here, like, yeah, I mean, I know it says 1,000%, but what it really means is more like 100%.
It also applied in their news post. It says legendary items and uniques.
They can't quite get their vocabulary right, can they?
So me at
Ooh.
600% magic find is just shy of 200% actual effective MF. So at 600 magic find, I'm at like 580, and at 650, I'm at like 590, maybe.
I don't know. When you're over 400%, like you can sacrifice a little for damage.
Yeah.
It's not too big of a deal at that point.
I mean, I don't have any of my magic find stuff on. I just have my keys in my inventory, and with my full magic find setup, I'm at 526.
Do you run magic find on your merc too?
Yeah, he's got like 50 or something like that.
Because somebody dropped a not F, but it's a Tomb Reaver with 71% magic find on it. You could throw a Tomb Reaver on him. Steel
I
Skull
gotta
Cask.
have the insight for my sorceress. Meditation is huge.
Put some
The
more
level
points in mana.
on the skills is, yeah, the level on the skills is getting too high right now, so the cost is pretty heavy. I have 57 mana for Blizzard and 27 mana for Glacial Spike. I mean, I'm burning through over 100 mana every second, if not more. probably almost 150 mana a second at this point. And I have like 700 mana. And at full tilts, the Merc can't keep up.
More mana.
Yeah. I mean, even with my Ondals, I'm still dealing 5k Blizzard damage. Like, that's fine. That's plenty.
Blizzard, yeah.
Absorption. Ooh. Didn't even get their Hydras out. Love it.
Just before I did this, I hopped onto this live stream. I did a video called the Almighty Shift Key. I was literally doing a video. I was literally doing the patch notes video, and there was a line in there about how they made it easier for you to target corpses with corpse-related abilities. Because, like, find item and corpse explosion, sometimes it's hard to hit the corpse. But I'm like, you just hold the shift key, and they're like, you can use the shift key for that? And I'm like, that's it, I'm making a video about the shift key.
Yep, we're doing the thing.
We're doing the
when,
thing.
When D2R came out, you could target enemies with the corpse explosion, and they would automatically target any corpse that's within explosion radius of them. So it was a lot better, and they broke that somehow.
I don't know, the shift key's always been how I do it. You just hold down the shift key, and then you just hold down the right click, and you just move your mouse around the screen, and it just explodes whatever corpse your mouse is near. It's never been an issue.
Yeah, once you're Garrett, it doesn't matter because it's like everything on the screen gets hit anyways. But
And the other thing is that why would you want to do it not using the shift key? Like it's you're a necromancer. You're not a paladin. You're not a barbarian. You're a rather weak and flimsy individual. Frail and old would be a good term for you. And literally running in there by accident because you didn't click on the corpse would kind of be a bad idea. Whereas holding the shift key ensures you don't run in there, which, you know, is obviously better not to run in there and die.
bone armor is pretty strong.
Yeah, bone armor won't protect you against everything. I think I remember trying to run like a bone armor necromancer one time with pretty thick bone armor, mind you. There's just too much elemental damage. It's not like cyclone armor. I mean, cyclone armor literally protects against like, what is it, like 3/6 of all damage types. It doesn't protect against physical. It doesn't protect against magic, and it doesn't protect against poison. But poison can be dealt with like poison length reductions, so you really only have to worry about like 2 other elements, which is magic and physical. Whereas bone armor is the complete opposite. It only protects against 1 element, and then you have to worry about all the others. You know, magic, fire, ice, lightning, poison.
Well, physical is the worst one.
I don't know, like when you run into like a spectral hit boss, it doesn't really feel that way. Because then he hits you with physical, lightning, fire, and ice. I mean, I love my Necromancer. Don't get me wrong. He was never meant to be like a melee character. You can build him tanky, and you can like beef up his bone armor, and you can get him a shield that has like damage reduction on it, and you can like do 75% block chance and all that other stuff. But even then, he's still lacking any kind of real, what's the term? Like offensive ability, which allows him to recover life the same way that like a paladin would spam zeal, or a shapeshifter would spam, you know, like frenzy, or not frenzy, fury, or a barbarian spams Frenzy, like, they can restore their health with a lot of those abilities, and the Necromancer just doesn't really have anything equivalent. Poison Dagger doesn't really quite provide the same kind of effect. It's
It
more of,
doesn't do anything.
it's more of a stab and run away ability. Like, you stab, you run, you know. It's like that, what is that old song from The Simpsons? What was it? They fight, they fight, they fight, they fight, they fight. The Itchy and Scratchy Show. Honestly, I actually tried to do a melee necromancer, and my main issue with the melee necromancer was I couldn't keep my weapon repaired. The durability on the daggers is so low that you literally just end up running back to town every 5 seconds. The plague weapon is absolutely great in a dagger, and it's absolutely great for the poison dagger necro, and to build it as a tanky necro. But like, you just, I think it has what, like 15 durability on it or something stupid like that. Like, you're just in town like all the time repairing it. And it's a freaking dagger. You attack really fast. Really, really fast. Ethereal one-socket coronets. The best of coronets. I don't know. One thing I'd like to see them do is bring up durability on a lot of the items in the game. Like a lot of the items. The durability on quite a few items in this game are just so low, and it just doesn't make any sense why it is so ridiculously low. The Berserker's Axe has like a durability of 25. It's god-awful. It's probably like one of the best weapons in the game, but its durability is so low that people don't choose it because they'd rather have the indestructible weapon. Same thing with the daggers. Like, all the daggers need to have their durability bumped up. The spears.
Why I went with death on mine.
The spears need their durability bumped up. Like, desperately. There's not a single spear in the game, pretty much, that doesn't have, like, the worst durability possible. And, I don't know why. Like, all of the spears, like, if you play a spears on, you'll be in town repairing your spear, like, every 5 seconds. Especially if you use Impale, which also removes the durability from your spear. So your spear already has relatively no durability, and then they give you an ability which also reduces the durability of your spear even more. It literally makes it to the point where you have to use an indestructible spear, otherwise you're just kind of like AWOL.
Yeah, you have to use the Breath of the Dying.
Either that or something that repairs durability.
Yeah. That's why I decided to go with Ethereal Berserker Axe Death for my Fury Druid. You have to.
I'm not really sure, Father Son. I haven't had any issues with the River of Flame causing FPS drops. Not that I know of, anyway. How did you guys kill my Merc?
If there's a lot of enemies on there, I do happen to get more FPS I don't want to say drop, but I do get a lower FPS sometimes when there's lots of stuff happening in River of Flame versus other places.
Gotta glue all the cracks. Whose cracks are getting glued? Gotta watch out for them cracks. Might get plastered. Chunks is teleporting, I see. God, I remember back in the day the load times on Diablo 2 used to be so god awful. It's fun to think back on technology and like just how terrible technology was back in the old days. It wasn't fun, let me tell you that much. The hard drives were really slow and old. It took forever to load anything. Freaking internet was like 56K dial-up at best. In fact, I remember for a short while I was running like 28.8. I had like a 28.8 modem. And I distinctly remember one day I was playing in River of Flame in Diablo 2 classic non-expansion. And I was trying to get through River of Flame Causeway and to go into Chaos. And it was taking forever. Like, I mean, it was just ka-chunking. And I was determined, but this jank was just ka-chunking. Like, the poor little hamster, he died in his wheel. It's like when you run out of gas in your car and you're running on fumes, and your car literally just stalls, but you're still rolling. You're just still rolling.
Well, back in the day for school, they like we had USBs out, and we still had to use floppy disks. That was awful.
The viruses back there were a pretty big deal. I'm surprised they let anybody bring anything in, to be honest. Because like the viruses back those days, they would hop onto the thumb drive, and they would spread to every computer in the frickin' school. It got to the point where at our school they wouldn't even let us take them home. Like you had to buy you bought the thumb drive and then you basically left it with the teacher. And when you came back to the class, she would give you the thumb drive, but you weren't allowed to take the thumb drives home.
I remember Y2K being a crazy thing. Everyone freaking out, all our computers were going to crash, the world was going to end.
The world's
gonna
end, man. I don't know. I always saw it as ooh, man. I always saw it as they had fixed it. Like, didn't they come out with tons of patches and a whole bunch of other stuff, like, afterwards to mitigate the issue almost entirely? Like, everybody was coming out with a Y2K patch at some point or another.
Mm-hmm.
And I think most of the programs actually did get patched out before Y2K hit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually kind of curious to see how things would have gone if it hadn't been patched out. You never know. Could have wound up really bad.
Yeah. Would have been crazy.
The lapis lazuli, jewel of fervor. I mean, anything that has like something else on it plus 15% IAS is usually worth hanging on to.
Hey, Dest, guess what GGM threw on the floor in the game?
What?
Some skull nails.
An inertia small charm with 9% cold res.
Nice.
He just threw it on the ground, all casual.
I threw it on the ground.
Somebody did in the swappy, and you started the swappy game, and there was only
I threw
like,
lots of good stuff on the ground in the swappy.
yeah, I think you threw that on the ground, and it's very nice. I picked it up very quickly. No one else would appreciate how nice that small
You
charm
should have
is.
seen the
okay?
circle that I found earlier. I gave that to Chunks.
I'll have you know, I gave that small charm a very good home, sir. It's currently very cozy.
See if Chunks will link it.
That small charm is great for quickly solving resistance issues.
Oh god. Ow, 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 ow.
I'm very much lacking in resistances right now. But that's okay. I don't need resistances.
Too many
I'm
curses.
just a little old sort.
Too many curses. Oh, and I'm on the wrong weapon set. I wonder if things weren't dying. No wonder. Stupid poopid.
Superior Balrog skin, ethereal, 8% ED, 839 defense. Not
Nice.
bad.
What's up, Diablo? I hear you like lightning. Hey, Duriel shell. I wonder if it's F. Non-F and a Ravenclaw. Anybody planning on leveling up a low B character soon? The Ravenclaws are great for that.
No, an assassin that needs to level in tombs.
This ring didn't roll terrible either. It's 6% lifesteal, 7 dex, and it's dual res. 20 cold, 20 lightning. And you guys need a pretty nice little lifesteal ring.
And Duriel's non-F.
I mean, the dual reses on that actually makes that lifesteal ring kind of nice. Would be nice if it was dual leech, though. I'm so old school when it comes to computers, guys. Like, my main internet, what's the term? Internet browser. My main internet browser I used to use before everything else was Netscape Navigator. Like, that was the browser. Like, back in the day, was Netscape Navigator. Nobody wanted to use Internet Explorer. And then I don't know what happened to Netscape Navigator. Netscape Navigator, like, just oofed into thin air. And I think you can still download some sort of weird version of it today, but it's like, it just kind of disappeared off the face of the planet. 4 megabytes of RAM. The insanity.
That's a really good circlet.
What, a chunk showed to you?
No, he linked it.
Yeah. It's a really nice circlet. Like I said, I've been on fire today. I've been finding all sorts of crazy stuff today. I don't know what's going on. Oh, no, get off the... Get back to the conviction, or
Kill your dude.
I accidentally put my frickin' fanaticism aura on. I was wondering why things weren't dying. It does me nothing. Ooh, a Zakharum shield. 24 all res garbage. Oh, I was working on computers when I was literally like 15 years old, Fatherson. I remember one of the first computers I worked on, we picked it up at a thrift store. It was an IBM PS2. And it was a very weird proprietary-based system. Everything in it was proprietary, and I couldn't really tell you one way or another whether it was like a good system or not. I just know that we got it working. Took a little while, but we finally did get it working, and then when we got it working, we you know, we just we installed. I think at that particular time it was like Windows 3.1, so we basically installed Windows 3.1 on it, and I think we sold it. We started kind of like our own little business, so we started selling stuff. I remember, and this is kind of a unique perspective on my part. I remember back when DVDs were sort of starting to become popular, and everybody wanted to have a DVD player in their computer. And it wasn't always possible. A lot of the older computers could not play DVDs. Like, they were not powerful enough. And even with like a really good DVD player in there that had like some proprietary technology, they weren't doing it. And this was around the same time the PS2 was coming out, and everybody, you know, wanted to have the PS2 because the PS2 was the cheapest DVD player on the market at the time. And it's one of the reasons why I know, without a shadow of a doubt, that the PlayStation 2 literally only sold because it was a cheap DVD player. Because during that same time period, any laptop that we had that had a functional DVD player in it would sell almost immediately. We could not keep those things on the shelves, so to speak. And we would go out of our way to get a laptop working so that it would play DVDs. Because we knew that if we got a laptop working so that it played DVDs, it would sell. And if it didn't play DVDs, it wouldn't sell, because that's all people were interested in back then, was a laptop that would play DVDs.
PS2s had the best games, though.
It wasn't until years afterward, though. It's like a chicken and the egg scenario. So you have all these people that buy the system because it's a cheap DVD player. The game companies don't adopt the system at first because they're concerned that it's not going to succeed. Then about a year later into the system's lifespan, the companies see these amazing numbers of the PlayStation 2 sales, and they're like, oh, well, the PlayStation 2 is doing great. But underneath the surface was this absolutely horrible attach rate. For the first, 2 years of the PlayStation 2's life, the system had an attach rate of basically 1. It was like the worst attach rate that you could ever imagine. Like, basically the game that came with the PlayStation 2 was pretty much the only game that people actually had. And but the companies didn't see this. They didn't see the fact that people weren't actually buying the PlayStation 2 for gaming. What they saw was a huge number of people had purchased this system, and it was an opportunity to put games on a system that had a large player base. So lots and lots of companies started putting their games on the PlayStation 2. And as a result, the PlayStation 2 eventually became very popular and a very good game system for, the game library. But it was all due to the fact that literally in the beginning, the only reason people bought the thing for was a DVD player. And it was
Well,
and it was a terrible system too. Like I can't count how many times we had to send ours back for repair, how many times my friends had to send theirs back for repair, how many times the DVD stopped working, it would overheat. They had multiple different models with multiple different problems. That system was it was just a terrible system in general.
well, the main selling point was that it had backporting for PS1 games, and had
The
improvements.
early ones did, yeah.
What number are we on now?
35. But that's kind of the same thing that happened with the PS3, is the early ones were backwards compatible with PlayStation 2, and then they took that feature out for all the subsequent models.
Afternoon.
But yeah, I still have my original PS2, like the first version, and it still works fine.
You're a lucky devil. Most people had to send their PlayStation 2s back 2 or 3, sometimes even 4 times before they got one that didn't break. Three-socket Archon plate, 501 defense. Anybody need a three-socket Archon plate?
Nope.
Honestly, though, at the time, the GameCube was definitely the superior system in, like, power, as well as its just general reliability. Like, the thing never frickin' breaks. And if the PlayStation 2 didn't exist at that particular time, all those games that were on the PlayStation 2 would have been on the GameCube. And nobody would have had to worry about their frickin' system spontaneously exploding. Plus, the GameCube was actually capable of 720p video. The quality of the games would have been a lot better as well. Dude, the frickin' GameCube is a frickin' brick. I think I remember when that thing came out, they did like a sledgehammer test on like the current consoles. I'm pretty sure it was Xbox, PlayStation 2, and GameCube. And they literally like took a sledgehammer to every one of the consoles, and then they tried to turn it back on after each sledgehammer hit. And it was like the GameCube took like 5 hits before it finally stopped working. I remember the PlayStation 2 immediately stopped working on the first hit, and the Xbox, I think, took 2 hits before it stopped working. We're talking about the original fatty Xbox. Yeah, the GameCube was so overpowered for its time, by the way, that it, like, when they came out with the Wii, they just took the same exact processor that was in the GameCube and they just overclocked it a little bit and they just called it a day.
Remember how good Melee was? And Double Dash?
No, they're pretty good games.
I'd play Double Dash on a projector. Epic.
Well, one thing I got to do, which was I actually bought the, it's a special little adapter that you can get that allows you to play in 720p, because otherwise you would have needed, like, the actual cable like the 720p cable that Nintendo sold, which is apparently like all but gone at this point. But with the adapter, you can play in 720p, and a lot of the like the games actually do support it. And like Metroid Prime is amazing in 720p, and there's a lot of games in the GameCube library that can do that. And it's actually really cool going back to an old system like that and seeing what is essentially like, I don't want to say HD, but like low-end HD, because 720p is like the beginning of the HD models. Some of the games didn't run in 720p, by the way. They ran in 720i, which was interlaced, which was a little bit different and not quite as good. But I mean, for the technology that they were dealing with at the time, that's still pretty amazing. Hey, Bale Amulet. +1 Barbie, lifesteal, a little bit of all res, nothing too fancy. Alright guys, I gotta get to work tomorrow, unfortunately. So I got the double shift coming up, so I do need to get some sleep. I'm probably gonna try and get on and play some Overwatch too. So if you guys want to come on and play with me with the beta, whenever that launches, and then on the 29th, probably later in the day, I'll be on for the 2.4.3 patch. I dropped that Archon plate on the floor if anybody wants it, and the Tomb Reaver. Anyway, as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos. Go check out my new videos that I got up too, by the way. Make sure you hit the like button. All of it helps out tremendously. And as always,